Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In Surah 3 verses 4 to 6, Allah says, لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ ثُمَّ رَدَدْنَاهُ أَسْفَلَ سَافِلِينَ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ فَلَهُمْ أَجْرٌ غَيْرُ مَمْنُونٍ. And the translation of these verses are, we have certainly created man in the best of stature, then we return him to the lowest of the low, except for those who believe and do good deeds, for they will have a reward uninterrupted. Now, the entire concept of marriage in Pakistan is extremely flawed. Firstly, there is pressure on the girl to get married at a certain age. If proposals are not coming and she seems to be getting older, then somehow it happens to be her fault, which of course makes no sense. Then, of course, there is the pressure of looking fair-skinned. So if she has a dark complexion and for that reason she is not getting enough proposals, or if she isn't getting married early, then somehow that too is her fault. Even though we all know that complexion comes from genes, so if anyone is to blame, then perhaps it should be the parents. Thirdly, there is the fear of rejection. So if a proposal does come and the family sees the girl, has tea, leaves, and doesn't respond, then the girl has been rejected. Now, I have spoken in the previous episodes about the first and second problem. Today, I want to address this third issue. The concept of a person being rejected by someone else is extremely wrong. Not only does it destroy the girl's self-respect and self-esteem, but it is against the principles of Islam. How can the Creator, who tells us in the Quran that He created everything in the best possible form, how can anyone reject His creation? Because rejecting His creation means that somehow His creation was flawed. How can we possibly say that or think that about Allah? And what makes this matter so much worse is that it's not just other people or relatives or family members who talk about rejection. The girl will use the same term to describe herself. So she will say, I was rejected. Now we need to understand that in Islam, the boy and girl are allowed to see each other's face before deciding if they wish to get married. Attraction is important for two people who might have to spend their entire lives together. And attraction is a matter of the heart. It has nothing to do with the skin color, features, height, or complexion. It is a matter of the heart. So when the heart feels that something is right, it will feel attraction. In fact, this is the precise reason that we do the istikhara dua in the first place. Because in that dua, we are asking Allah to guide our heart to whatever is best for us. So if the heart guides you towards something and you feel attraction, then perhaps it is best for you. And if the heart guides you away from something, perhaps it is not best for you. It does not mean that the other person has been rejected by you. It just means that perhaps this is a bond that will not be suitable for both people since the hearts are not able to connect. So the next time you get a proposal and the other party goes silent, don't tell yourself that you have been rejected. No one has the right to reject you when Allah has created you so perfectly, and He is so proud of His creation that He mentions it in the Quran, and He tells us that He has created insan in the best possible mold. In fact, these verses remind you that there is only one entity that can reject you. There is only one entity that can reduce you to the lowest of the low. And that, of course, is Allah. And when Allah rejects you, then you will be humiliated in both this world and the next. There will be no place for you to run and hide. There will be no place where you can get respect ever again. And then, of course, we could ask, but why would Allah reject us? If Allah were to reject you, it would be because you did not spend your time worshipping Him. You did not spend your time chasing Him and trying to do as many good deeds as you possibly could. You were too busy feeling sorry for yourself. You were too busy telling yourself that you have been rejected by this family or by this person. and you were too busy living in the victim mentality. So yes, you cannot change the people around you. Family, friends, relatives will still use the term rejection, but you can at least change yourself. You can at least change the way you think about yourself, and you can at least put an end to using this term when you describe yourself. So if there is a family that comes and sees you and after that does not respond, you have not been rejected. There was just no khair in it. It was never meant to be. It is as simple as that. With the exception of Allah, no one has the right to judge you. No one has the right to reject you. Understand this, accept this, and simply move on. Assalamu alaikum.